One of the key things that teachers ask is, how did a handprint care approach to ESD emerge? And this is an interesting story because it's centered around the emergence of action learning and the idea of an ethic of care. So the desires of young children in India to take action for the common good were actually the seeds of a handprint approach to ESD. And here their work with the Sustainable Development Goals resonated with ESD as learning to recognize concerns together, assess value as you work on these ideas, and then act for change through change projects and other initiatives in individual lives or in school life together. And it was then an ethic of care really came to the fore, particularly in a workshop with Sami people in Norway, as handprint developed into a global movement of positive learning actions, with respect for others is what the Sami said was so central. And this has resonated with so many of the indigenous people and with people more widely. And then concern for others and concern for the environment became really central as well, as long as giving attention to needs and engagement in the common good. So the idea of care emerged. And central to this idea of concern, attention, respect, and engagement is the idea of empathy and agency, so that students are able to recognize concerns, assess value, and then take positive actions together. So the handprint movement and the widening inputs of Indigenous people and other teachers working with children, supporting the children to take action and to resolve things together, produced what we now know as handprint care together. And the insights that we're able to get is that young learners readily take up action learning for the common good in open-hearted ways. And this has been reflected in all of the countries that partners have actually been working in. The idea of an implicit ethic and desire to do good in young children. So a school and community focus in subject teaching can activate positive learning actions for the common good. And that is at the heart of the handprint care movement of positive learning-led work. And a key reading that we tried to capture many of these ideas was published through the Journal of Education for Sustainable Development. So that's available if you'd like to read a little bit more about the history. And in the handbook, there's a chapter on the origins of the handprint movement.